In today's video, I ordered a Squier from Sweetwater Music Sound, and I requested it to be Plek'd. Now, I want to be very clear about this. This is not a sponsored video. They did not pay for anything, nor did they know I'm doing this video. I bought the guitar, and then I paid to have it Plek'd. Here's the invoice right here. You can see the Plek job costs more than the guitar. Why? Well, I'm going to explain. Every time I go to a factory or a retailer that has a Plek system from Plek Pro, they always say, hey, you should film this and show your audience. The problem is watching it's very boring. The machine is very loud because it's grinding metal, and it doesn't really tell you anything. So let me explain what the Plek Pro system does. It allows you to take a guitar with its strings on, and it analyzes it, looks for humps in the neck, twists in the neck, and issues. Then you remove the strings and return the guitar back, where it does a second analysis on the guitar. From that, it uses a special filing tool. Not only does it level the frets, it also crowns them. Once it's completed, your frets are perfectly level. Now by hand, somebody has to round off the fret edges, do all the polish work, and then do a full setup. So I was curious, I wonder how good a guitar they can make. Well, how about this? Here's a Squier Affinity, and I have played thousands of these things. I have a sense of how they play on when they're good and when they're bad, and I thought, well, what if they Plek'd this guitar? What would it be like? I want to share what came in the bigger box. And what came with it was the Sweetwater sticker, the candy, some catalogs, and a 3-pack of D'Addario strings. And that's because when the guitar was Plek'd, they asked me what gauge strings and preference, and I said 10 to 46 D'Addario. And what they did was, because there's 2 packs in here, I'm assuming they took 1 pack, put it on the guitar, and gave me 2 packs. This was free. This was apparently included in the service. So they didn't charge me for the strings, as you saw in the receipt. So let's go ahead and open this. First thing, we have the housing here. Oh, okay. And we have the tremolo arm, Allen wrenches, and the paperwork. Not from Sweetwater though. That seems like it's their Fender paperwork. Okay. Let's go ahead, pull the guitar out. And nothing in the box. Okay. And oh, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, so we got the gel packs and a hang tag that says this thing could give you cancer, but only if you live in California. So, and then an inspection card. This is from Fender. All right, let's just. Okay, there's a card here, and it says P, Plek'd, in-house at Sweetwater. P Plek'd. I don't know. It says, you see it? P Plek'd. P Plek'd. Okay, so it's a hang tag. It says the guitar tech was Richie. The instrument is a Strat Affinity. I think LSS. String gauge was 10 to 46. So that's what you get. No real paperwork, nothing specifying. But so you know, I wanted to come at this like a beginner, so I didn't ask for anything too specific. They asked, what do I want? And I said I wanted to play blues. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the way they set it up. To do that super easy, we're just going to put our finger, push down the first fret. I'm going to take my thumb, put it on the 22nd fret, and basically I'm going to tap the string to see how much relief there is. And this is perfect. You want the string to just barely, after you touch it, barely just touch those frets. See how it's just floating right off those? That looks great. Now let's go ahead and take a measurement to see what they actually did. I want to measure off the 12th fret. I'd like to see a millimeter and a half. 1.5 millimeters. That's what. And they're at 2, which is fine. That's what I would consider a blues player. A blues player would not slam it like a shredder. I like it 1.5. You can see, if you're looking at the ruler here, it's not a big difference, right? Just a minor amount. Shredder guys, they'll take it down to a millimeter, about there. Now looking at these frets, you can see they really polished off the ends and they really look great. The frets have a really glassy shine to them, and like I said, not only is that nice for how it feels when you do bends, but man, like I said, not having any high spots and letting those notes sing out. The other thing I want to take some attention to is the nut. Let's see how well that looks, and you can see this looks perfect. The strings are sitting in there nicely. It's really cut really smooth. You don't see any pieces of plastic. Now again, this is an inexpensive guitar, so this is a plastic nut, but it looks like they spent some time treating that as well. And I'm sure a lot of you are asking, yeah, but is a Plek much different than a regular setup from your local tech? Not, in my opinion. If your tech is really good, it's about the same. However, this is about, can you guarantee a great setup from a new guitar shipped from an online retailer? That was the kind of the test to see if this would work. This is an alder body with a maple neck, Indian laurel fretboard, which is like chocolatey looking rosewood. It's got the inexpensive tuning keys. It doesn't specify what kind of pickups. It just says Stratocaster pickups. I'm assuming they're ceramic. Okay, I have it plugged into my Deluxe 65 Deluxe Reverb. Hey, it's in tune. No way. Kinda. A little out. Let's find the tuner. Where's the tuner at? It's pretty close. He's a little flat. Everything feels so far like a good setup. That. The frets are fantastic. They feel almost like stainless steel. When I did a couple polish videos, I'll put links down below, but when you polish your frets, that's great. I mean, it's really good. Think about it this way. Some of your barred chords, like the F chord, that are hard for beginners, it feels effortless. The literally action right off the nut is so easy to push down. Let's tear into this, and like I said, some Allen wrenches there. Tremolo arm. Now, here's the problem. I didn't request, you can, to have the nut replaced. I would highly recommend, if you think you're going to try to do the tremolo, to get the nut replaced. Let's turn on some delay and some overdrive. I wanted to play my favorite Strat and compare it against this Plek'd Squire. And just so happens my favorite Strat is my custom shop Fender Strat that I've had probably longer than any guitar I've owned, and I've had it before I even started my YouTube channel. So this is a guitar that a lot of people who watch the channel are familiar with. I'm not going for the sound because they have different pickups. I'm going for the feel. I want to compare how they feel and how they play. Especially this guitar. This guitar has always been my #1 because I always feel like it's effortless to play. It really feels good. So the action on this, so you know, we talked about when I was showing you on the Squire one. This one is just slightly lower. So on the off around the 3rd fret, they're about the same. So once you get into the lower notes, the height on the action is the same on both guitars. However, on around the 12th fret, the action on this is about 1/2 millimeter lower. So just a little bit lower, not much. I didn't want to adjust the Squire to this because I wanted to, again, we're going off the assumption that you're paying somebody to have this guitar set up and you're going to get it and not tweak on it yourself. Obviously, if you're going to do your own adjustments, you don't need to pay somebody to do this stuff. So let's compare. I'm really curious. Even though I've played both these guitars, sometimes it's a little different when you play them both, you know, back to back. Okay, so I'm going to go to the neck pickup. Here we go. I mean, it really feels, obviously two things. Obviously these pickups that are ceramic are gonna have more output than those, and they're gonna have a lot more warmth and lower into them than the Alnico pickups that I have in my custom shop. However, both have the same D'Addario 10 gauge strings. The little bit of a higher action on this, just a little bit, really is letting those notes sing out. And that's where a lot of that sound's coming from. But again, I'm kind of just trying to reference how they play. And I mean, this again, slightly higher action than the other one, makes it a little bit of a difference, but playability wise, these frets are on par with that. Absolutely. So am I trying to say that this Squier with the Plec job is as good as my custom shop Strat? No, I can't say that, because I wouldn't tell you that I'm now going to play this and not play the custom shop. That's still going to be my number one. I'm still going to play it. I would tell you this though. This experience has shown me that if I really was trying to get somebody into guitar and I knew that a great playing guitar would kind of do that, I would definitely think about paying that. That expense and some lessons, I think, could pretty much help guarantee a very successful journey for a new player. But obviously, someone who's just looking to have maybe a backup Strat, something to their American Strat, and they're trying to keep it affordable, would I suggest getting like an $800 made in Mexico Strat as the backup, or get this and Plek'd? It's hard to say, because I think the Mexican made instrument would have better pickups. The bridge, I think, are on par. Obviously, I think the Mexican Strat has a slightly better nut, maybe slightly better quality tuners on top of that. But I honestly, after playing this, I would really be interested to see how a made in Mexico Strat or Telecaster with a Plec job compares to the American counterpart. They both have the same kind of rounded over fret feel too, by the way, and the same kind of effortless bends when you're playing. I wanted to buy this guitar and pay for the Plec job because I thought it'd be a great thing to show you guys, illustrate either it was a good idea or a bad idea. At this point, I feel from this one case study, it was a good idea, and it seems legit. The other thing that came up with my patrons when discussing this was, is the Plec system superior to, let's say, a crown level done by a qualified technician or luthier? No, not from what I can see and tell. There was nothing superhuman about this experience. It's just, it did a really good job. I would think a competent quality technician or luthier had done this job. However, one of my patrons told me they paid for a Plec job on a more expensive guitar from Sweetwater, and they did not have a great experience. I would suggest to you that if you do pay for something like $250, whether it's from a tech or a Plec system like Sweetwater offers, let them know you're dissatisfied with the results and give them an opportunity to correct it. And that ties me into the last thing, which is Sweetwater's Plec program. And I would give a couple suggestions to Sweetwater just from this experience. First, although it was done very quickly and very well, and I'm very happy with the results, it would have been really nice if there was a form that could have been emailed to me to ask me questions like, do I want the bridge floating or against the body? What are my priorities? Is it low action or is it no buzz? What style of music do I play? How long have I been playing? That would give them a reference of what kind of experience level is going to be touching this. So will they even know what was done to the guitar? And some kind of information with the guitar stating what the action was set to, and make it more of an interactive process with the customer. Although, like I said, I was pleased with this experience. Those are just some suggestions I think would be cool. As always, I want to thank all of you for your time. Till the next time, know your gear.